for giving me the floor to say something. My dear government party is telling to stop the production of polybags. If so, then what do we carry our shopping in? Take the trolley from supermarkets home and never return the trolley? Certainly not, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, what they are saying is quite surprising since polybags are at the list of our worries and they are not affecting the environment that much. Mr. Speaker, my government party has told about some alternatives of polybags. But unfortunately, jute, which seems to be a good alternative of polybag, it's quite expensive. It requires suitable climate for its proper growth. You'll be surprised to know that jute requires 5 to 8 centimeters of rainfall weekly, which is quite impossible. Also, we need a larger area of land for the cultivation of jute. And as far as paper bags are concerned, it requires large quantities of wood to prepare a paper bag. And it also cannot carry all the necessary materials like liquids and ice. My dear government party, you are telling that you are saying about throwing polybags on streets by people. What if even if you replace them with jute bags or paper bags, people are still gonna throw them into the streets? And litter the streets and block the drains until and unless.
Now you just said that jute bags are too expensive. Well, better things are bound to be expensive. And what would you care about rather? Today, what you're enjoying, as the Prime Minister said, would you rather have the alcohol and enjoy today, or leave something for people who are going to come after you, and for something for your children to cherish? And the amount of land and Bangladesh is jute is the golden fiber of Bangladesh, and we are growing it. We have mass production. We could revive the jute industry. So you'd explain, please, that would you choose money over the fact of our future?
Well, Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, my government party is trying to say that jute is quite expensive. It is because you yourself do not go to the shopping. You send your assistants to do the shopping, and that's why you don't know the reality. Dear government, please come from a world of imagination. A jute bag costs nearly 5 taka, which the poor people cannot afford it. You are only thinking about the rich people, dear government. Whereas polybags are given out of free or only 50 paisa. Mr. Speaker, they are talking about recycling process is very expensive, but the recycling of polybags can be used to make useful things like plastic bucket, whose production otherwise would be even more expensive. Mr. Speaker, they have talked about global warming, but as far as global warming is concerned, disposal of polybag is a trifle compared to the many other devastating causes of it. According to 2nd January Daily Star 2011 data, transportation fuel causes 14% of global warming, agricultural product causes 12.5% of global warming, power station causes 21.6% of global warming, industrial process causes 16.8% of global warming, whereas disposal of waste, including polybags, only causes 3.4% of global warming. Mr. Speaker, now take a closer look at the uses and the benefits that we get from polybags. Its longer durability, greater strength, lower cost, its fewer atmospheric emission, its uses as trash bags or bean bags, its medical use. Well, Mr. Speaker, the list goes on and on. And surprisingly, my dear government party is trying to stop the production of such a product whose uses are endless. Well, Mr. Speaker, the sale of polybags was banned in our country on January 2002, but not the production. Why the sale was banned? This was to minimize the use of polybags. The production was not banned since it would cause hundreds of employers to become jobless, and it also would affect the economy of the country. Also, you have to have an alternative, which there is no alternative of polybag. Mr. Speaker, in Rochester, the polybags are decomposed to produce methane, and this methane can be used to produce electricity. Why, if they can do it, why can't we do it? Mr. Speaker, what I think that the government should be banned, not the production of polybag itself. Mr. Speaker, to end with, I would like to say that by stopping the production of polybags, won't be able to get rid of all the problems. We face even bigger problems than this. We face problems with overpopulation, we face problems with starvation, we face problems with overuse of electricity. Are we going to ban the use of electricity? Obviously not, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, they have talked about biodegradable polythene not possible to make in our country. dear government, you have told to make Bangladesh a digital Bangladesh, and you yourself are denying to use the advanced technologies that other countries are doing. Well, Mr. Speaker, putting a blame on an object won't solve environmental issues. The blame should be on the people, and I would like to end of my speech over here. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.